Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Talking Sports with T.O. I'm Angry Ted, and to my left is my partner in crime,
Aggressive O.
and we're just going to sit up here and talk to y'all about what's been going on in the sports world, Philadelphia sports. We're going to touch on a little bit of boxing, just all around, just go all around the board, randomly. Starting next week, we're going to be posting questions on Facebook, being as though we really don't have the equipment for the call-ins and stuff like that, so we're just going to throw it out there on the Facebook and all other social media outlets for those of you that want to participate in the show and ask questions or form an opinion or whatnot.
We'll definitely answer your questions and shout you out in each episode. Make it a little bit more interesting. I know a lot of you guys out there want to know what's going on with us and how we come up with the type topics we come up with and stuff like that. Feel free to ask us anything you want to ask us. We'll definitely answer.
And with that being said, we're going to kick the show off as we always do with the editorial. This week's editorial is probably going to be short and sweet, basically touching on the Sixers and Sixers basketball. Nerlens Noel has been performing outstanding these last couple of weeks, posting double-doubles and looking pretty much like an all-star down the road. A lot of people had questions about Sam Hinkie's plan, and as you can see, it's now coming to fruition with the patience he showed with Noel last year coming off an ACL injury, and the same thing he's showing with Joel Embiid, who's coming off a navicular bone injury to his foot. Like I said, we in this city, we don't have the most patient of energy in us, to just wait on, teams to really rebuild.
I know I don't. I know I don't. He talking about these Sixers, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about them until they get over 500.
Well, as I was saying before I was interrupted by my man Angry O, Aggressive O. As you can see, Aggressive jumped right in on the conversation, didn't he? No.
Yeah,
no, but
it's crazy, man, because, I'm a diehard. I love the Sixers. But, right now, we in the rebuilding stage. We taking little step by little. Like he said, Nerlens Noel, he coming around, man. He's showing traces of, what big men can do down low. And just imagine, he get that help, we start building on them two, the two big men. Sort of like how Houston did it with the Twin Towers, or like San Antonio did it with, the Admiral and
I agree.
And Tim Duncan. So, just be patient with the Sixers, man. They're coming around.
And exactly. It's all about patience. And it's crazy because all four sports teams are in somewhat of a transitional phase. You got the Phillies, they're in the transition phase where they're trying to get a youth movement going. Also, you got the Flyers, they're going through their little transition phase. They're trying to get a youth movement. And the Eagles, where they're basically transitioning. The only thing about the Eagles that's different from those other teams is that the Eagles already has established a winning culture with their coach, and these other teams are trying to
be honest with you, man, it seems like the Eagles ain't never rebuilt, man. Like we had those off years, but it seemed like we right back at it again. Like I wouldn't rebuilding stage for the Eagles would be like a 2-14 record 1 year, and then a 5-11 season the next year, and then progressively get better as the years go on. Like the Sixers been in the basement for some years now.
And that's because mismanagement. You got guys. That's because mismanagement. When you just settle for being in the middle of the pack, which is basically, and again, I tie it into Chip Kelly's philosophy. How can I go from 10-6 to 12-4, and from 12-4 to a Super Bowl champion? It's the same mentality. For years the Sixers been stuck in mud, stuck in what they call the middle of the pack, where you're not good enough to win a chip, but you're not bad enough to get the top picks. So it's just like Sam Hinkie came in with a game plan, man, and it's masterful.
Yeah, his game plan is I'm a tank.
That's right.
Until I get my team.
Because guess what? Teams have been doing it for years, and I've been watching teams like the LA Lakers, and you watch the Orlando Magics, the Miami Heat, the San Antonio Spurs, and the list goes on and on. And these teams, find a way to get talent in there. And the reason why is because they realize that, hey, middle of the pack is not going to cut it. So we got to go strip this thing down bare, go all the way down rock bottom, and build it back up. Build a foundation just like a house. I'm gonna build the foundation first, then I'm gonna lay the stone on it, and then I'm gonna eventually build a whole house, and it's gonna be solid, rock solid. But with that being said, we're gonna touch on this boxing situation, which is big now. It's coming up, baby.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited
coming
about
up,
this
baby.
thing. Yeah. You know, I've been riding with the money team for some years now. You know, back when Mayweather told y'all, I'ma be the best ever.
Well,
back when he put Diego Corrales on his back pocket.
Well, I can't really say I've been riding with the money team.
And God rest his soul. God rest his soul. But the man from Jersey, Mr. Gotti, I mean, he totally obliviated that man.
I became a Mayweather fan. That was the last time I bet against Mayweather and lost my money.
I mean, you can't bet against greatness, baby.
After that fight, what I saw was a human being being beat like he was a child in the ring.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. And
that turned me. That pretty much cemented.
See, what people don't understand is
starting to follow.
People don't understand why Mayweather don't get the respect.
He's a great champion.
The respect that he get. You know, they say, well, Mayweather ain't fighting nobody. He pick his fights. But if you look at every fighter that everybody wanted Mayweather to fight, they gone. He's still standing, baby. He's still standing. And not only is he still standing, he's building his brand. And his brand is Mayweather Promotions. Think back. He was with Bob Arum. HBO offered him $12.5 million for 6 fights. He told Leonard Ellerby, we're not taking that deal.
Here we go with a sermon again.
We're not taking that deal because I'm going to be in control of my own promotion. I'm going to promote my own fights because Bob Arum is not promoting me right. And once he got away from Bob Arum, them bucks start rolling, baby.
That's how it goes.
That dollar sign just went through the roof.
And that brings me to my point where boxing has been before, and the glory years are starting to come back. One of the most corrupted sports in America. And it's because you have promoters like those who basically rape the boxers across the coals.
Don King been doing it for years.
Oh man, the big
touch me and I sue.
Hey, breaking them guys across the coals, man, and just raping them. You know, putting them, letting them go in there. You know, these guys build themselves up, build their career, become champions, and then behind the scenes and back. When these guys get older and up there in age and can't fight no more, you find out that they broke. They're homeless. Their medical bills can't get paid. And it's a shame because in boxing, man, it's one of the toughest sports out there. It's
you can't jump out there, man. Not to cut you off, but you can't jump out there in this sport of boxing and think, okay, I'm knocking out these guys, I'm beating these guys, and I'm ready for the top dog. I mean, take David Reed, for instance. Hell of a fighter, hell of an amateur, won the gold. Everybody was riding Philly boy, but he had got an injury to his eye, and he figured, well, I'm going to take this jump because I don't know if I'm going to be able to box anymore, so I'm going to take this jump and get that big purse. And then after Trinidad did what he did to him, you didn't hear from David Reed anymore. Take nothing away from him, man. Like, I'm not speaking on down in boxers, but at the end of the day, you build your rep.
Let me stop you right there. And when that happened, Bernard Hopkins avenged that loss for Philadelphia and beat the shit out of Tito Trinidad. Excuse my French. And I was so happy. That happened because Tito Trinidad was a trumped up fighter who had flaws and they weren't being exposed until B-Hop.
Yeah, the alien. I'm sorry. When he whooped on that behind, when he whooped on Tito Trinidad, he was known as the executioner.
Well, now
you know what I'm saying?
You got a man, and mad props out to Bernard Hopkins too.
Definitely,
the greatest
definitely.
Matter of fact,
I remember seeing B-Hop, strolling through Johnson Homes, man. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, But at the end of the day, man, we gonna touch on this Mayweather thing because this is a well overdue fight. Everybody was expecting this fight 7 years ago, but if everybody who think Mayweather is going to lose the Pacquiao or it's going to be sort of like a B-Hop and Roy Jones type fight, then, you're sadly mistaken because this fight right here is going to be one of the best fights in a long time that boxing has yet to see.
Got to stop you. Got to stop you, bruh. Got to stop you. Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and I'm gonna throw it out there. And I know there's some people out there that feel that way. Is it 7 years too late? I mean, we waited 7 years for this matchup. Now, the worst thing that could happen is, which is what happened to Bernard and Roy. The posturing back and forth went on so long that when they finally
fought 20 years later, though.
Yeah, the career
was
pretty
7 years. Listen, the career is not over because think about this. Think about this. The career is not over because Pacquiao was on that juice 7 years ago.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao ain't juiced up now. Like Mayweather said after he beat... See, this is what gets me about these Mayweather haters.
You understand what I'm saying? Let's hear you out, brother.
We ran through the same thing when it came to Shane Mosley. When Mosley wanted to fight Mayweather and everybody like Mayweather ducking and dodging, all these margaritos and all these fighters that no longer exist.
That's true.
And the reason why they don't exist because they wasn't playing on fair grounds.
That's true.
Mayweather told him, I just want a fair. I want anything to be fair. Okay. Take the test.
And I can respect that.
You ain't know nothing. Let's fight and prove to the world. Because I've been doing this for 47 tries, man.
And 47 have failed.
My record 47-0, 48-0. You know what I'm saying? He's up there and he's fought fighters in their prime. Ricky Hatton, they say, oh, he's going to give him the whoop this behind. Victor Ortiz, oh, he's stronger than me. Whoop this behind. Oh, no, he ain't fighting no. He whooped Marquez's ass. Excuse my French.
No.
And what did Marquez do to Pacquiao when Pacquiao wasn't juicing? He knocked that man out for 3 months. He was still laying on canvas, baby. You know what I'm saying? He was still laying on canvas. He was social media clown for that time.
You was a bad boy if you can knock a man out and he out for 3 months.
He still see that punch. See, I'm gonna tell you what I've been telling people for years.
Let's have it.
Mayweather is a boxer.
Right.
Pacquiao is a brawler.
This I agree with. Now here's
Pacquiao. So yeah, he threw 1,000 punches a fight.
Let's come on
around.
Let's keep it all way.
But out of that 1,000 punches, how many do you think he gonna land on Mayweather?
Hey, listen, bro.
Mayweather throw 60 to 80 punches and land about.
Leave it. Listen,
60
bro.
to 80 punches.
Listen, bro.
He don't waste punches.
Even the blind squirrel find an acorn every now and again. So if you're throwing 1,000 punches, one of them going to hit.
Hey, I ain't saying that. Look, peep this though. See what people ain't looking at. You look at the Pacquiao thing. Every Mayweather fight, what we used to seeing when he was with HBO, we was seeing the 24/7s. Hey, he was Showtime. All the way up until this fight, he was
all access.
All access. He about business this fight. He about business this fight, baby. Ain't no. And I'ma show these jokers, man. I'ma show y'all what I'm about.
So with all that being said, bro,
TBE.
I'm gonna get you on record right now.
TBE.
I'm gonna get you on record right now. With all that being said, when we turn on our TVs and watch this extravaganza go down, give me your prediction for the fight, the outcome of the fight, your victor. Oh, brother, your victor, and your 2 keys to that individual winning the fight.
All right, I'm gonna start out by this. I'm gonna throw my jab because I do have the best jab in the business. Nah, I'm just joking, y'all. I'm just joking, y'all. Hey, but listen here, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. Mayweather, I can analyze the fight. The first round gonna be a gut check round. Mayweather trying to find his range. Let Pacquiao dip and dodge and bounce like he a goddamn jack in the box. Because he gonna keep moving, trying to keep Mayweather off balance. Mayweather gonna catch him with a couple body shots. He gonna tear his body down first. That's gonna slow them punches up.
Okay.
He might sit him on his back pocket.
Come on.
He might sit him on his back pocket this round.
All right.
But Mayweather wins the fight unanimously. Unanimous
So
decision.
it goes to this.
12 rounds, unanimous.
Okay, and you say your key is to using the jab.
And Mayweather gonna use the
Okay.
jab,
Well-
and he gonna go downstairs a couple. He gonna take it downstairs more than
Got to rub my hands on
more
this
than
one.
he ever did.
Got to rub my hands on this one. Now here's my prediction for the fight, because again, I learned my lesson from the Gotti fight, so I can't bet against the money team. I say Mayweather stops Pacquiao in 10 rounds.
Ooh.
And here's why. The key to Mayweather is now and forever will be, as long as he's boxing, it's two things. His defense and his stamina.
Yes,
See, what people don't realize is, we get so caught up in the glitz and the glamour and all that, but what you don't realize is,
boy got stamina.
when right now, while we're doing this show, or while we're sitting at home eating, this man is training. He's up
1,
3,
2 o'clock in the
4 in the morning, training.
at the gym.
But all we seem to see is the glitz and the glamour.
We see the cars. We see the cars and all that.
What's distractions? And we don't see the hard work and the dedication that this man puts in his craft,
TBE,
which
baby.
cannot be,
I'm riding with the money team.
has to be respected. So with that being
I don't give a
said,
damn how long this fight took.
with that
I'm
being
gonna tell you
said,
like this.
stamina and defense wins this fight for Mayweather, and I say stops Pacquiao in the 10th round. You heard it here first.
Yes, sir. You heard it here on Talking Sports with T.O. And the reason why I say that 7-year stint ain't nothing, because look what happened in those 7 years. How many fights did Pacquiao win in those 7 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he got knocked cold out.
Yeah.
See, I don't want to keep talking about that, because I ain't never seen the mother lay on.
Just come on.
I ain't never seen Joker. I ain't never seen Joker lay face down with his arm like this. Then when they lift him up, looked like he had a couple drinks. Yeah, he was snorting lines or something. He was done.
He was in
He was
shock.
done. But Mayweather got something for y'all, man.
Now,
all that talk.
While we on boxing, here's another subject. You know, you got NBC. Is now putting those fights.
Got my
on.
man DSG fighting Peterson, baby. That's gonna be a good one. Matter of fact,
Saturday.
That's next week.
That's Saturday.
That's the 11th.
Next Saturday.
Yeah,
Next
and it's free for everybody. You know, I know you can get channel NBC.
Tune in and support.
That's gonna be a good one.
DSG
And also, we got another Philly fighter taking on the Klitschko. You know, everybody's saying, you know, BY Jenny this, BY Jenny that, but I'm riding with BY. Philly's own, baby.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? Because Klitschko got a soft chin.
Guess what?
BY, bring that belt back to Philly, baby. You deserve it.
Like you should. And that's interesting now, because, you know, after the Peterson fight, you got everybody's favorite fighter to love to hate, Adrian Broner.
Oh man, he talking about fighting Khan, man.
He's trying to fight Amir Khan, and then after that, Danny Swift Garcia. The thing about Broner is, man, you know, and I think he's starting to get it a little bit. You know, he's starting to grow a little bit, because, you know, before, you know, he had the arrogance, the showing off, you know, all that pomp and circumstances. And now he's just really, it seems like he's just focusing on his craft, which is a good thing for him, because the man has talent. I have to give it to him. He has talent. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he goes overboard with his comments and stuff like that, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. In the ring, he has talent. The thing is, his chin has been tested. It has been tested. And he failed.
Chino.
He failed that test against Maidana. Can he continue to grow as a boxer and continue to put wins together? I would love for him to face Amir Khan and beat. I think he'd beat Khan, and to see a possible matchup. What do you think about this between him and our own Danny Swift Garcia?
Hey man, listen. What people don't give Danny credit for, man, all y'all keep talking about is that left hook. Danny got a nice ass jab, man. Like, Danny Garcia jab is everything. See, that jab sets that left hook up. Watch a couple of his fights.
Yeah.
We have been live to a fight
in Brooklyn.
You know what I'm saying?
Zab Judah.
When he put Zab on his back pocket.
Brooklyn over. Philly took it over, baby.
You know, so like Danny, give him credit, man. But what I would say to Danny, man, you know, as a fan, is I think that if Danny can get his stamina up a little bit, you know, for those later rounds, he'd be all right.
He'd be tough to beat.
It'd be hard to beat.
It'd be tough to beat.
But he definitely got to get in that cardio, man. Get his stamina up for those later rounds, man. Don't expect to knock everybody out you know,
with that one
early
hitter quitter.
with that left.
With the one hitter quitter.
Sometimes you got to box. You know what I mean? In the words of my man, Mr. Mayweather, Mr. Rogers. Hey, go back to boxing, that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
before we get out of here, man, and I know this is a sports talk show, and I have to do this, man, because it's been on my mind all day. I just want to say something, man. I hope y'all tuning in, man. I hope y'all take this to heart like I have. I'm so sick of these young men and women running around here beating and punching on our elderly and our older folks. To me, it's a disgrace. It's embarrassing.
I agree.
And it should be dealt with on a harsh level. Not only from a legal standpoint, but from a community standpoint. We as adults, we got to take them back, man. We as adults and as growing adults, when we grew up around 15th Susquehanna, you respected the old heads. You didn't try the old heads. They taught you. You couldn't teach them nothing. And what's crazy about it nowadays is we got these young folks running around, man, with nothing to lose. With malice in their heart. With malice in their heart, man, and just doing nonsense. So we need to stop this, people, man. We need to take back our communities, take back our streets. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna spend too much time on that. Just want to throw that in there. But with that being said,
another good show, man. Good show, man. Tune in, man.
Show them love. Subscribe.
Yo, get those questions on Facebook,
and
man.
We will answer.
Subscribe. Get those questions on Facebook. We will answer. Trust me, it gets greater later.
Once again,
the struggle is real. Definitely.
Once again, signing off. Again, Angry Ted, Aggressive O. What's up with the what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Good night.
Word.